Welcome to the Windsor-Essex County Humane Society, located at 1375 Provincial Road in Windsor, Ontario. My name is Caitlin, and I'm going to give you a tour.
And I'm Amanda, and we're going to give you a tour today.
Right inside the front doors, we've got our events bulletin board where you'll see a calendar, and there'll be posters for all kinds of events that are coming up. If you look to your right, we've got a sign that directs you for adoptions and donations. Go through those doors. But today, we're actually going to go in as if we are volunteering. So if you look on the other side, to your left, you've got lost and found, surrendering, and volunteers. So let's go through these doors to check out the volunteer board. As you come in this side of the building, you'll notice a giant volunteer info board where all of the important information for volunteers is posted. So we've got our really big important notices sign with all of those notices, information for new volunteers, information for the season, our volunteers of the month, quote of the week, and upcoming opportunities for volunteers.
Yep.
The really important part about this side next to the volunteer board is our volunteer sign-in sheet, where you are going to put the date, your name, the time you came in, and the time you left.
Okay.
In addition, at the bottom of the board, we have all of our volunteer name tags organized alphabetically and a volunteer feedback form in case you have any concerns or questions that you want to convey. Fill it out and leave it in this green. We're going to go through this door onto the intake side of our building, and I'll just show you where a couple of the offices are.
It's fine. We can voice.
Following all the way down this hallway. We're now on the intake side of our building. This is the old part of the building that was here before our major renovations took place. You'll see we have 3 intake rooms here and a really important sign on them that says staff only. Volunteers must be accompanied by a staff person to enter this area. In the kennel crew training module you're currently completing, you will have seen the note that these areas are off limits to volunteers unless a staff member asks you to go. To my right, we've got our finance office, open usually just during the week. And if you follow along here, we've got our community relations, events, and volunteer coordination office. It's usually pretty busy. The door might be closed, but always remember that you can always knock and talk to us. It might just be closed because you're on the phone, and it's a little noisy from the intake rooms. Moving along, we're going to go down this hallway to our left, and I'll show you the grounds. On my right here, we've got a small office for our OSPCA agents, so they may be here sitting doing some work, or they may be out in the field working. And we're going to follow through to the back area in the garage. Please watch your step. There's a door, that's our medical facility. It's not somewhere where volunteers are ever going to enter, but you may come here to my right to do some laundry. And go. This is our garage where all sorts of supplies are kept. So you'll see we've got extra kennels for carrying cats. We've got all the dogs' treats, cat treats, food, gloves if you ever need it, extra blankets. Alright, back in our main hallway, we're going to go down this hall to the right. You'll see we have a staff lunchroom, our beautiful photocopier, and at the end of this hallway you'll see another little area to go into the behavior department. They're usually quite busy. If you volunteer here for quite some time, you may be able to get. So that's the intake area. You'll see as we walk down this hallway a little bit further, there are more intake rooms. Again, not somewhere our volunteers are going to go.
Now let's check out the adoption side. So over here we have all of our cats. And if you want to enter behind the cat condos, follow me. have our small animal room. You can enter behind the cat condos through here or around the other side. Let's enter through the small animal room. So in here we have all of our bunnies, guinea pigs, hamsters, gerbils. Anything that's not a cat or dog basically gets housed in here. And through here, we have the back of our cat condos. You follow me over this way. Here we have our sink where we do any dishes. And then over through here, we have... And then over through here, we have our laundry area and any supplies you might need to socialize cats and small animals. Coming around this way, we can exit the second door. In these fridges as well, we have all of the fresh fruits and veggies that you might want to give to the small animals. Here we have the paperwork, so if you're looking for a cat, you can easily find it based on which condo they're in and take out and check out their paperwork. And then following through this way, we're going to head down the hall to the dogs. Over here we have all of the kennels where the dogs are kept. Now it gets a little bit noisy in here. Any leashes or collars can be found here. We do recommend you bring your own leash. Dog board. This is the board if you're socializing dogs that you're going to have to pay special attention to. Basically along here we have the run number. It corresponds to the number above the kennel. So in dog number run we have, here are the names, we have Chef. Day pass, it doesn't really exist anymore, but basically day pass is whether or not they can go outside to the park. So N means no, and we like to think of the N as meaning no grass. So they can't go anywhere outside where there's grass. It can be for a variety of reasons. It can be because they haven't been here long enough and we don't know their medical history. So if you see a no, they cannot go outside to any grass area. They might have a Y, which means yes, they can go to the park, they can go outside to the grassy area. And finally, a YA. A YA means they are good to go outside, but they must go alone. There cannot be other dogs in the park. Again, for a variety of reasons. Maybe they're not good with other dogs, or maybe, again, we don't know their full medical history. So then the final thing we have Monday to Sunday. The day of the week it is, take a marker when you've taken that dog out, and we put our initials there so we know who's taken them out and how long they've been out for. And then any comments about that dog can be added here by behavior, medical, or other volunteers. So through this back area, if you follow me, we have our back socialization pens. Now back here, these pens are where you can take dogs that have an N next to their name. So even though they can't go out to the grassy areas, you can socialize them in these back pens. That could be playing with them, that could just be getting them out of their smaller kennel and into this nice big area. We do say that if you bring dogs back here, they are not to be left alone, you are to be with them. You can be playing with a ball, you can be petting them, brushing them, anything like that is great for the dogs. And we do ask that you make sure you clean up afterwards. So we've got the supplies necessary, they're usually right here or in the door to my left and your right. This is the access to the outer cat condos. So we went to the inner cat condos before, here's how we access the outer cat condos. Through this door we have 2 public washrooms as well as our community room. So through here is our community room. It's used for a variety of purposes, birthday parties, meetings, anything really. You are allowed to bring animals in here to socialize, but if you do, it must be 100% clean after you've used it. So you must be sweeping and mopping. That's just so we're not spreading disease. Now through this door, this is the way you'll be going if you're taking any dogs to the park. And just as a reminder, you do need 10 hours in the back pens or in the socialization rooms before you're allowed to take the dogs out to the park. So follow me. Now over here, this is our spay-neuter clinic. And here is our dog park. Now the dog park is for members only and for volunteers, so there is a padlock on the gate. If you ever forget the code, it's listed next to the dog socialization board, and you can also ask a staff person. But usually during the day it's unlocked. If it's at the end of the day, we do ask that you relock it, as we're trying to keep it for members and volunteers only. Do I need to say anything else?